Hey y'all, I miss talking to you. Haven't talked to you in a while. There's been a lot going on. Not a lot, but a lot going on. So I'm gonna come here really quickly before I let you watch what I recorded a little while ago and put a little preference to this. Is it preference? I think it's preference. Put a little bit of that into what you're fixing to watch and set that up, and then kind of let you watch it and then maybe come back and talk. I know I'm gonna have to make several parts on this because there is a lot and it's not okay. It's not cool. Things that went down are not okay. So I will start off by saying, obviously you read the title about the kids getting expelled from school. How do you get expelled from a Christian school? A private Christian school? How do you get expelled? Well, apparently, in Garrett's case, it's for being too autistic, or not the kind of autistic that they want to deal with. It started on the 27th of January. It is now March 15th, maybe? And this started on the 27th of January. It was a Thursday, and I went to pick the kids up like always, you know, like I do every day, sign them in on their app so that, you know, their screen pops up in their classroom to know to come out to Carline, whatever. And Garrett came out with his teacher rather quickly. Sometimes he's the last one. It just depends. He came out, got in the car, no big deal. We're waiting for Amelia. And I happened to hear them over the walkie. I don't know if they walkie to the office, to the principal, whatever, that I was there to pick her up. And I'm like, okay, that's weird, whatever. And the principal came over and got to my window and was like, so we kind of have, I forget exactly what she said, something about like there's a problem, or, you know, so I don't even know if she even said there was a problem. I have to look back and double check. But basically Amelia kicked a girl in the face. Now, she didn't know anything about it. She was not around when it happened. She was just going off of what someone said, and that was it. She didn't know any more about it other than there needs to be some kind of consequence, you know, like at home, like no iPad, no TV, that kind of stuff, because nothing was said about it being a big deal. You probably hear the air conditioner right outside the window. No one called me that day to be like, hey, Amelia's gonna be in the office all day because she kicked a girl in the face at recess, or I didn't get an email like, hey, this happened. Nothing was said to me. Nobody called me. Nobody called Tom. Nobody texted me, which, you know, usually happens if there's a problem. They'll text you or send an incident report through the email, which I've only gotten one this entire year, and it was before Christmas, and it was where her and a girl were playing in the cafeteria, and they were playing something, and she hit the girl's arm, and it just happened that someone saw her do that while they were playing, so she got like a little write-up thing about it, whatever, no big deal. And I'm like, okay, we'll take care of it. That was, you know, it. She came to the car, and I asked her what happened, you know, and we talked about it on the way home because she felt stupid already. You know, she felt bad for it, and that was it. No big deal. And so I got Tom to call the principal on his way to work that night because he was working nights. And because he was sitting on the porch when we got home, and I'm like, guess what your kid did? She kicked a girl in the face today. You know, not thinking it was a big deal. So he called her, asked her what had happened, and she said she still didn't really know. She had to get with some of the teachers and ask and see what went down, whatever. So she set him up to come up there, I think 7:30, something like that, in the morning to talk about it. He was not even in there 5 minutes. He FaceTimed me, which didn't work really well in the office, and he ended up calling me to say basically the kids got kicked out of school that next day, that Friday. And I was like, you kidding me, right? Like, she basically said, we can't have you here anymore. I was on the phone, I'm like, what? Like, I didn't even know how to respond to that. I don't even know how I felt. I was just like, someone said so-and-so died or something. Like, it just, I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't say a word on the phone the whole time, and I hung up. I was like, I don't even want to hear it. And I'm like bawling because I'm like embarrassed, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm confused. I'm totally confused, because how does it go from not even being called to then, oh, we're kicking your kid out, and then we're not just kicking the one out that did something, we're kicking the other one out too that didn't even have anything to do with it. What is that about? So he got home. I was like, I have to go pick up the kid's medicine. I didn't want to be around him. I was like boo-hooing. I didn't know what to do. Nothing got explained to us. Nothing got said to us of this, and this is why, or this is why. There was no like, we're gonna put you on probation that you have to do. Because as soon as he said that to me, I started looking up the handbook and seeing how they take stuff and how they handle things, and step by step, and this, that, and the other, and the fact that both our kids have IEPs, so you can't necessarily do to them like you can do a typical child in a private school setting. There are other ways you have to go about doing things. It's not just cut and dry. So this, what you're gonna see is my raw emotion basically about it, and me talking about what I knew that moment. And then after that, we'll talk about what has happened since then, since it's been a month and a half, all of February. It's now the 15th. Yeah, it's been like a good month and a half, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that. So I'll let you watch it. It's a little bit long. I'm going to try to edit it up some. But it was just, I mean, it's the raw emotion of how someone feels when they tell you that. And there's no good reason why, especially for Garrett. But there's other, like I said, I'll tell you what we end up finding out and how things played out since then. So enjoy. Hey y'all, it's Katie. God, I feel like I got a hair in my face. I don't know how quick this video is gonna be, but it is Friday morning. It's just now 9 o'clock. I'm waiting at CVS to pick up one of Garrett's medications, so I figured I would make my video really quick. We've been having issues with Garrett at school and his behavior, things like that. I've talked to you, especially the last video about it, you heard and saw the way he behaves, and we've tried him on so many different medications. What's happened since the last video? It's only been, what, 2 weeks? 3 weeks, I don't even remember. It's not been very long, but they wanted us to change medications. They wanted us to start, I think I told you that before, they wanted us to start him on a different medication before I was ready for it, which caused a whole mess of crap at school and behavioral stuff. And now he's to the point where he's telling people he was gonna kill them. Like, he would even know where to start with that. He's trying to bite the teacher and the principal, and he's disrupting the whole first floor, which is like the first graders, like where Amelia is, because we had to put her back in first grade because we got pressured into that, even though she should be in second grade this year. So we've been dealing with that with him. And then yesterday, Amelia was playing on something at recess and decided to kick a girl. I don't know what kick, it was kick or kick, a girl kind of in the face. And she got in trouble for that, which was her second time, because the last time what did she do? She hit a girl in the arm, or stupid things that kids do, especially when they're playing with other kids or a kid is bothering them. Typical stuff. And this morning, Tom went to go talk with the principal and see if he could see video of what happened, to see if the girl bothered her or messed with her before she did that, because she usually does not lash out on someone unless they did something first. But we basically got told that both kids are getting kicked out of school. I can understand Garrett, totally understand that, because it is a private school, it is a Christian school. You can't act like Satan's spawn and go to this. I am very, I don't want to say upset. I think I am more embarrassed about it, because it's like we have tried medication after medication after medication, different times, different doses, so many things to try to get them level, chilled out, whatever. And Amelia's new stuff is working amazing for her in class. She's focusing, she's paying attention. The teacher's like, this is great, don't take her off of it. So it's like, how do you tell a parent on a Friday, the end of January, it's just about the end of January, that, hey, we're kicking your kids out of school? How do you tell a parent that and then expect us to be like, okay, and be fine with it? You're kicking an autistic kid out of an autism program. What the frick are we supposed to do with him? Where are we supposed to go? There's 4 months of school left. What are we supposed to do with these kids for 4 months at the end of the year? Taking them, like, I don't even know how to verbalize what I'm feeling. My period is coming and I am like extra emotional, and I have been like crying for 2 hours. I am angry that we moved our whole life to come here to be close to the school when Garrett got accepted last year. We moved from a totally other city to come here to be able to be close to him, so it was not an hour drive. They have worked amazing with him. They have worked so much better in just the last year with him than the previous school he was at for 4 years. So much better. They don't do the where they had to put him on a mat. They don't do that. They work with him, and he has come so far. And it's like, okay, he's in the phase, I believe, right now, where it's the I can do whatever I want. That phase that most 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds go through. And because he is development whatever, delayed, he's 9, gonna be 10 in September, and I feel like he's at the age mentally where the kids do this. We've taken away toys, we've taken away TV, we've taken away iPad. There's nothing left for us to take away of our kids to get them to behave. It does not work. Either one of them. You take the stuff away, and it's more a punishment on you than it is on them. And it's frustrating because everything they have asked us to do with them, we have tried. Like, I'm mainly speaking about Garrett because we went to the school because of him. It's an autism program within the school for him. We did that. And because he's not cookie cutter autistic, I'm assuming is the word, now he cannot be there. And I'm like angry because they knew going in how he was with outbursts and this, that, and the other, and they read incident reports from the other school, and they've seen it, and they know how he is. How can you kick a kid out like that? Like with Amelia, the last time she got in trouble, I kind of see that. I mean, technically this would be the 2nd strike, and I thought in life it was like 3 strikes you're out type thing. I'm angry because I don't know what to do with them. I don't know where to put them. I don't want them in public school. We've just not had good experiences with public schools ever. In New York, here, we've just never had good experience, especially last year with Amelia. Like, I thought we had found our forever school, our forever home for them, that they would be going to until they were seniors. That's what I thought we found. We moved here. We have been miserable in our small apartment for a year and a half because there was nowhere to live here. So we were there. We have given up things to be able to pay for tuition, and then for us to never feel like we have fit in there with the parents, with the kids, especially at Christmas, going to Amelia's program. Sorry, I'm sucking my snot up. I literally used all my napkins for Garrett's tooth the other day. It was bleeding after it got pulled, the hole. And these kids that are in her class are, just from seeing how they interact with the other kids and the parents and how the parents are, they are entitled, spoiled little brats, like just babies. They are babies. And I'm angry that she's had to be in that class and deal with them when these kids are coming from kindergarten, where everything has been given to them and been nice and handed to them, and now they're in first grade and everything's different. My kid has been in school since she was 3. Yeah, 3. She went to daycare. She went to pre-K. She went to kindergarten. She went to first grade. She should be in second grade this year. They decided to hold her back because the teacher last year for first grade failed miserably. Being 22, not knowing what she was doing, failed miserably. And she got behind with so much stuff that was not taught to her. And I'm lost right now because I don't know where we're supposed to, so that I could hear her. And I didn't say a word because I was just like, I got punched in the stomach. I was like, your kid, like, I could just stare at the phone while I'm listening to her talk. And I'm like, you're kidding me. How are you going to tell us this? And then be like, they can stay for a little while and we will prorate it. I'm assuming a little while is like a week or 2. What are we supposed to do with them? February is what, next week? All of February, all of March, April, and then some into May. That's 3.5 months left of school. Here's my update with Garrett's school. He's getting kicked out. Amelia's getting kicked out. I am embarrassed that my kids are getting kicked out of school. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. I don't know. I've never had to deal, like, I don't know how to feel. We're in the process of looking for houses over here. Do we even bother? Do we even continue to look for houses over here if they're not going to that school? Like, Garrett doesn't care one way or the other, I don't think, if he's there or not, because he just wants to play with his iPad, which he's lost a lot lately. Amelia likes it because she's learning and the people are nice to her. Like, the people, not so much the kids, because the kids don't really want to play with her. I don't know why, but like I said before, I think I've said it in other videos, like, I just don't feel like we belong there. We don't. These people are like all driving Escalades and all this stuff, and we are not. You know, they have money. They're doctors and surgeons and stuff. It's a private Christian school. What do you expect, you know? The kids don't want to play with her. I've told her, don't go to school to make friends. You go to learn. If you make friends, that's cool, whatever. Don't play with them if you don't have to. They're not going to don't bother them. Just do your own thing. And we just don't
fit in with them with anything, because they're all like hoity-toity, you know, I'm better than everyone. We didn't fit in. We never fit in. And now it's like, I mean, I know this is not a big deal. People are homeless. People are, I don't know, burying a child today. People are burying their parent. People are losing their job today. And I'm here upset that my kids are getting kicked out of a private school. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do in general. That's the whole reason we're here, is because of the school for them to go to make their life better, and for them to actually get taught and get an education from a good place, and not just, I don't know. So there's the update for Garrett's aggressiveness and what has happened, and Amelia's fate too, because, you know, I guess with one, you gotta have them both gone. You can't have one. So I don't know. Thank you for listening. I will update if we find out anything, but I have to get medication and go look at a house, even though I don't want to. I just want to sit in the closet and cry because I'm upset. And it's gonna hurt Amelia's feelings. Because even yesterday when I was talking to her about not hitting the people and you can't do that, she was crying because, I mean, she likes this school. She likes to learn, and she was doing it. And now she can't, and I don't know where she's gonna go. Especially this late in the year. Like, can you do that? So, okay, well, enough of this. I'll talk to you guys later.
So how would you feel? How would you have taken that? Like, am I wrong in feeling the way I am? That's, like, thank you for watching it and being with me in that moment, because it helps to talk about, even if I'm just talking to you, you know, we're still talking and we're getting stuff out. I'm gonna have to make several videos, I believe. What do they call it? Like a series? Or, I mean, I'm not a professional YouTuber by any means. I see all you guys that are new. I appreciate every one of you, because you're giving me someone to talk to, you know, someone to not think that I'm crazy and everything. So I'll explain more, I guess, in the next video about things that happened the very next day. Let's see, it was the Friday. Well, that Friday, she already wanted them to set up, like, how long it was going to take us to, I guess, get them out of there and find another school. And bro, you blindsided us. How are you going to get 2 special need kids out of school and find them somewhere this late in the school year? You know, that's my biggest thing. The principal got a hold of a school that is for older children, which starts 6th grade, and Garrett is in 3rd grade. So to see if they could, the sun just came out. You see that? The sun just came out. She called a friend of hers who is the principal there to see if we could set up a tour of there the following Monday, which this was Friday. So I think on Saturday she ended up getting back to her and telling her, yeah, we're gonna come Friday morning, whatever, all that stuff. So I'm gonna share. They're probably not gonna like this, but I mean, I have saved every single text, every single voicemail. I wish everything. Some I do not have, but I've got recent ones even. And you've heard, if you watched my, you know, video on aggressiveness, that some of the problems that we were already having, and you heard a voicemail that was directly from her. So we'll talk more about that. So my next video, I will be explaining what happened after that, the conversations, the text messages, all that's gone down since then. Maybe 2 videos because it's long. They're probably not gonna like it, but that's okay, because it's not fair or nice what they did to either one of them. Mainly Garrett. You'll understand. But again, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.